is this concept of Web 2.0 to 3.0. And we've talked about this. You know, we've been stuck in Web 2.0 and also a capitalistic mind frame for hundreds of years, Web 2.0 for 10 years, where, you know, again, Facebook was created. Everyone got use of it. We got in touch with our old friends from high school. We realized we didn't need to talk to them every week, right? We got a place to put our pictures. But Mark Zuckerberg got rich. Facebook got the information. And he still makes the calls, including telling us we're going into the metaverse or whatever he wants to do. Now, Web 3.0, the idea is that you create the code and then you give it to the people. The people develop it, they own their data, and they control the future of it in like a DAO type organization. And that's what Tron represents and Ethereum represents. But Justin, I'm curious, as we make this transition from Web 2.0 to 3.0, how do we not continue to create great products and leadership without Zuckerberg's, without a Justin Sun, who's out there, you know, innovating, pioneering, sometimes breaking some rules, sometimes buying pieces of modern art for $78 million. You know, how do you have that future without a leadership role? You must have thought about this. Is it possible?
Yes. First of all, I believe the leadership and the DAO can coexist together. So I can give you some example. I think this is all basically based on the technology itself. So as I give you the example before, like before 1789, right? So why like monarchy is like the mainstream of the politician regime at that time is because there is impossible for people to holding democratic election in the first place. Most of the people, they can't even read, right? And the information transaction is very slow, right? So, after that, we have like two industrial like revolution. People got smarter than before. And also they find out like, if we have this kind of the constitutional like governance is way like better than the monarchy world. But we have the democratic leader as well, right? We choose the democratic leader. They have, but even like for United States, it's 7 years, right? So like, it's 4 years. But we have a new way to generate in blockchain. We call it generate consensus, right? So we have a new way of generate consensus rather than like monarchy world is killing each other, right? So we have the bullets, right? Bullies turn into bullets. And I think the blockchain world is much better because before that, why we need this kind of the board of director role for companies governance is this is very hard for the shareholders to vote for proposal in the first place because like all the shareholders, they need to get registered on NASDAQ. And there is no reward for the governance, right? And most of the shares is controlled by big shareholders. We see because of the SEC regulation, right? Without like VC investment, building a very mature product, you can't even go IPO. So when it's go IPO, the shares already divided by all the big VCs and the big firms, big hedge funds, and also the voting structure is very unfair. For example, like Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, like one vote equivalent to 100 votes or something, right? So basically they have like AB share structure. But I think right now blockchain has a way like better governance structure. So for example, like every TRX holder today, they can vote for all the proposals on Tron blockchain. Like instantly, we have like a 6 hours election for super representative, which govern on Tron blockchain. Every people can change their vote instantly, and they can make proposal instantly, right? Imagine like today, like US, everybody have decentralized identity controlled by their own like secret key, and then they can vote for any proposal regarding like US as a country, right? And instantly, they don't need to spend like $100 billion or like $10 billion to hold this kind of the ceremony to generate consensus in the first place, the cost of generate consensus become extremely low. So it's just like holding like a consensus vote on blockchain costs like $0 basically. Right? So everybody just get a signature, right? It's also costs $0. The cost of generate consensus become extremely low. So that's why I believe this kind of the democratic election or democratic way to generate consensus also become possible for the governance structure. So that's why I believe DAO like is the future for governance and technology. Even I mean Facebook might migrate in a very slow way, but I believe the next Facebook will definitely grow in this kind of the way.